I'm very pro-choice. I hate the concept of abortion. I hate it. I hate everything it stands for. I cringe when I listen to people debating the subject. But I just believe in choice. I am pro-life, and I will be appointing pro-life judges.
Do you believe in punishment for abortion? Yes or no, as a principle?
The answer is that there has to be some form of punishment. A lot of things were done with Roe by killing it. Number one, we brought it back to the states.
Of course, your justices to the Supreme Court have made that possible.
They did.
Yeah.
And they did something that from a lot of standpoints is extremely good.
You were quoted as saying to one of your aides, well, I like 16 weeks because it's a nice round number, 4 months. Do you think that could be politically acceptable?
So we're going to find out, and pretty soon I'm going to be making a decision.
Do you think a 16-week abortion ban is smart?
We'll be talking about that soon.
How soon?
We'll be talking about it very soon.
Is he a triplet? How many people looking like that are running around saying opposite things all over the place? It's insanity. It really is. Donald Trump knows the Republicans are in trouble when it comes to abortion, which is why he struggled, opened his big mouth, moonwalked back, okay? Flip-flop. He's a flip-flopper. What he is. So we gave you that mashup of his evolving views on abortion. I don't know if now he's already back to the 80s. He could be. He is typical, right? Politician changing views based on polling, what crowd is in front of him. Where are the blacks on this? I mean, he said it. As you saw in that mashup, he finally landed on a number, 16 weeks. How long will that last? I don't know. Has he really landed on that number? During a radio interview this week, he's taken a week away from your rights, and now he says he's open to 15 weeks. Look at that.
The number of weeks now, people are agreeing on 15, and I'm thinking in terms of that, and it'll come out to something that's very reasonable. But people are really, even hardliners are agreeing, seems to be 15 weeks, seems to be a number that people are agreeing at. But I'll make that announcement at the appropriate time.
Quote a friend of mine, well, what? Get him his calculator. Let's try to figure this out, perhaps.
Before we continue with the story, we depend on members to keep on going. Don't wait. Click join now on YouTube.
In response to Trump's remarks, the Biden campaign shared a statement from Amanda Zorowski, woman who is suing Texas over its abortion ban. Zorowski said she nearly died in 2022 after doctors initially declined to perform an abortion as she suffered severe complications 18 weeks into a pregnancy. My family has been forever altered by the nightmare that Donald Trump created by overturning Roe. Trump isn't signaling, he isn't suggesting, he isn't leaning toward anything. He is actively planning to ban abortion nationwide if he's elected, inflicting the same cruelty and chaos I've experienced on the entire country. NBC News with the quote there. His rock solid medical reasoning for originally wanting a 16-week abortion. He said it's an even number. Okay? He likes even numbers. Now, remember when Trump's White House advisor, Kellyanne Conway, invented alternative facts? Why did she give us that one? In regards to her boss lying, it was another way of saying lying. Just say lie. She's back with a new way to describe abortion bans. Here's Kellyanne.
Do you think Trump should come out for a 15-week ban?
Well, it's a national minimum standard, and it's not a ban. And he has said, I think he's told Sean Hannity a couple weeks ago when they were at the border, he was looking at that. He's also said 16 weeks or 4 months.
Again, but what? Now, what is she talking about? Following her boss's lead. You know, don't let Republicans trip you into thinking they won't do a national abortion ban if they get the House, the Senate, the White House. I mean, remember, here's a guy who's bragged about destroying Roe v. Wade, dialing back time for women across the land, sea to sea. Republican Study Committee, which includes nearly 80% of all House Republicans, released its 2025 budget proposal on Wednesday, titled fiscal sanity to save America. Here's what they mention on abortion. The gift of life is precious and should be protected. RSC celebrates the Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization decision. In that case, the Supreme Court overturned federal protections for abortion rights using the 6-3 conservative supermajority that Trump helped create. Rolling Stone giving us the details. It endorses a 15-week national abortion ban, as well as legislation that could eliminate access to in vitro fertilization, or IVF. In an email to reporters Wednesday night, the Biden White House tied the document to Trump, saying that the Trump Republican budget would ban abortion nationwide and rip away IVF access. They want life now. They want to protect life. What? Well, they're right, because if you think Trump's going to work hard to protect IVF, think again. He has apparently deep ties to the anti-IVF movement. During his time as president, Trump appointed several extreme anti-IVF advocates to positions of power, including Tim Wildman, who served on the Trump administration's Faith Advisory Council. Wildman is the president of the American Family Association, an extreme anti-abortion organization that just last week opposed a Mississippi bill aimed at protecting IVF because it would open the door to procedures like human cloning, designer babies, reparent babies, and even human animal hybrids. This is the portion of the segment, Jordan, that I just turn it over to you, okay? I can't make sense of this. I can't understand these people by design, perhaps. What say you?
I mean, what? Human animal hybrids is just ridiculous. Like, we know they're the party who is anti-science, but I don't know if I expected it to get to this point. Like, IVF is a godsend for a lot of families who struggle to have kids. That's exciting. We should celebrate that, and that they're attacking it with things like this. Oh, well, they're going to create 3-parent babies, designer babies, and human animal hybrids. It's just ludicrous. It's like a low rent, like sci-fi movie premise. Like, give me a break. But on Trump shifting on this, it's a total abandonment of we just want to leave it to the states. Now they want to go a little bit further. No, we just want a 15-week national ban. And then slowly it's going to be more and more and more until they eventually try to outlaw it altogether. And none of this is about abortion or the sanctity of life or protecting babies or anything like that. It is about controlling mostly women's bodies. Granted, there are people who don't identify as women who can get pregnant and can have kids, or can get pregnant, but mostly it's a women's issue, and it's about controlling women's bodies, and that's all this is about. It's just misogyny and an anti-women sentiment embedded deeply in the GOP, and this is how they're doing it. This is how they're, and sadly, there's a lot of women who support it. They've just been misled. If you don't want to have an abortion, fine, don't have one. But to control every single person in this country and what they can do with their body is a really dangerous prospect. I don't want the federal government involved in anybody's personal lives like that. That's a deeply personal decision, just as IVF.
Yeah, stay out of it. Stay out of our homes, our families, our bedrooms, stay out of it. Again, I agree with you wholeheartedly. And let me say this. I don't think there's anyone who desires or is begging, wants an abortion. It is a necessary procedure. It is a life-saving, health-conscious procedure for so many women out there. And you're right about something else, Jordan, because they don't recognize other human beings. So this is about controlling women's bodies. It is sick. It is degrading. It's right up their alley.
For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is. so you don't miss anything.